Hello and welcome to the Chat Shit Shed section of the Ale and Audio podcast. Hello if you are watching this on YouTube. Hello if you are listening to it on something like Mixcloud, where you get all of our music and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, anywhere else. If you are listening to us and you want to go and see the kind of uncut and extended stuff, then head over to YouTube and you can watch all of this in video format on YouTube. And if you do happen to be listening to this on Spotify or Amazon or Google or all like that, and you want to hear all this complete with the music, then yeah, head over to Mixcloud. That's the place to be. Let's bring in then our resident Sheddies. I know they've been busy. I know they've been away. So we're going to have a chat with them about it. Bring them both in together. It's Andy of the Dunning in Stoke and Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester. How are you both doing? You all right?
It's summer!
Here they are.
Dunny's ready for
all
summer.
Good?
Summertime. You can tell by my tan.
I was going to say, that's not a dodgy lighting on that. That's how red his arms are.
But this side I'm red, this side I'm white. You can tell which way I was sitting for 3 hours.
Yes, so did he
debating going to the pub.
So tell us all about it then. How was it?
We drank a lot of beer.
Glorious sunshine.
Yeah.
We had ready cook, can't cook, won't Dave. Dave taught us all about his fajitas. And then we came up with a new TV show from Sunday morning with Sunday Munch with Dave Lovelength and Andy Rimmer. But we didn't go live with that one. We just had bacon sandwiches and got on with the day. But we went to some pubs, found some craft ale in Ridings. We didn't think it was possible. We went into the locals' pubs. I think one of them we weren't quite welcome, but we were fine. But yeah, very good. Met Eva for the first time. She's a rock and roll star. She's an absolute jackass. Loves camping. And it's amazing how much you can fit in a V-dub van, isn't it, Dave?
It does when you use the cupboards. So I'm not using the cupboards in the van, and I just literally pile everything in the middle of the van. And then when we got there, Ava's got a loaf of bread at the side of her head, kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's all right, it's all there. And then A's just like, no, this van can be packed properly. So when we packed up, I just basically sat there and just let H do it all. I was like, you think you can do better? Do it.
Guess what? She did.
So, but it looked like you had a good time. You went live for a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I was Dunny went live whilst I was cooking my fajitas, and we decided that I'm the new Ainsley Harriet.
Yeah,
and
loves a bit of Ainsley.
But I realised you can't buy a bag of food anymore for £5 and cook a meal out of it.
No,
like they used to do on Ready Steady Cook.
You wouldn't. I don't think you'd have it. We worked it out. You wouldn't have enough for a meal if you spent a £5 on food. You'd just be like one part of it.
But yeah, so there it is. We had a good day. We ended up coming across a really good pub by the end of the day. Well, by the end of the afternoon, which we almost felt like we wasted the last two pubs going to. When we could have just gone straight to there.
Could have had everything.
Yeah, and I'd tried a bit of everything because there's some great beers on tap.
Yeah, it was a good one. The Red Line, that was one.
So where exactly were you? Yeah, where exactly in the country were you?
Wood, near Alfreton, Derby.
Very good. Were you quite close to? Were you fairly close to Sheddie? Did you get across to Sheddie?
We drove past it.
We're about 20 minutes away, weren't we? You have to go past Sheddie to get to it. So yeah, about 20 minutes away from Sheddie, but yeah, none of us ended up going in there. So
the pub we actually went to, the Red Lion, had only just started getting rid of shiny beers off. They'd got loads of empty kegs outside, so Dave reached out to Mike and Shiny and said, "You better come collect your empties."
Barman's getting pissed off here.
Oh, funny.
But yes, we had a good laugh. and tried to.
We saw the Northern Lights, as with everybody else in the country. We just looked up at the sky and we thought we were just half cut. We thought we were just half cut. We looked up and went, the sky looks funny. And Dave goes, I don't know if it's the sky or my eyes at this point, because we'd had a few dippers by that point, hadn't we, Dave? We'd had a bright blue beer that turned your shit green.
Yeah. And then Duddy can also cook.
I missed the Northern Lights. Completely missed them.
Yeah, we've realised that Duddy's wasted in the job that he's doing, and he needs to just become a personal chef, because the way that he can do a barbecue, he's got fair play on
a tiny little hob for 4 people was superb, wasn't it, Dave? Yeah,
burgers and hot dogs, whatnot, and breakfast in the morning as well. So then he got chief chef duties that day. He even brought his little apron out.
Yeah. So I've got an apron with a pig on that I've had since I was in home ec at high school. It used to bury me. Now it's more like a bib than an apron, but it's perfect for camping. I think it'd fit Jimbo, wouldn't it, Dave?
Very good.
It'd be too big for him.
Too big for Jimbo.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. No wish you a beer this week as such, but I did want to mention that A Pint Before the Platform. It is a great Instagram account. Give them a follow, and they said they'd join us on the show at some point as well one day, so that'd be cool. But yeah, give them a follow. But also, if you are going anywhere this summer, particularly cities in the UK, towns, places in the UK, maybe some European cities as well, let us know. And between us, if we can give you any information of places you could go and check out in terms of finding craft beer and so on, we'll do our very best. So let's get on to the beer, though, because I'm thirsty. Andy, this has been a long time in the making, hasn't it?
This was a birthday present from November that I went to in February at Birmingham Brewing Company, of which I bought some beers of theirs, Pineapple Road, very nice, and brewed my own beer. I didn't tell. I think I told Dave what it was when I was off cut at the weekend, but I don't think Jimbo has a clue what's in the bottle because I haven't even opened it. I haven't sampled it. It's just in a brown glass bottle with a yellow cap on it. If I remember rightly, it's somewhere between 4.5% and 5% strength.
Should we have a quick guess of what Jimbo thinks it could be? Jimbo, do you know what it could be? What you think it could be?
I reckon it'll be a pale. Although at the 5.4%, sounds like quite a high pale, so might be even an IPA then. Yeah.
So get your finest bottle openers. Finest.
Yeah. The finest.
The finest.
Whoa. It's not. And it's fizzy.
Jimbo has exploded all over himself.
I'm going to change my glass just after I see what's happened to Jimbo. I don't think a small glass would work.
So this is not what I was expecting. I can smell it already. It's chocolate. I can smell chocolate.
As you can see from my video feed, Dave loves them black these days, so it was the perfect opportunity for me to... Oh, it's fizzy. It's got fizz to it.
It is, isn't it? Can I just tell you about my glass before we have taste the beer? It's from Spenno. Spenno gave it me.
Everard's Brewery glass.
It's an Everard's Brewery glass. He gave me the weekend. By the way, it was brilliant. The Ashmore Arms, Taylor Tavern, and obviously Le Tap, the Bermuda Triangle. Brilliant. Absolutely great hosts. A lot of singing, a lot of guitar playing. Obviously not by me. I can't do those. Yeah, guitars are out.
Was there a lot of twanging going on?
There was a lot of twanging going on.
Was there a bit of plucking in the evening?
Yeah, there was.
Probably more plucking we did.
But it was brilliant. Great. It was a great night away, day away. Good to see Spenno, Pablo, obviously the host, Taylor Tavern, Ashmore Arms, Le Tap. Great to see them all. But yeah, So, and Spenno gave me this glass, Everard's glass. Now, this does. First of all, I smelt the chocolate straight away as soon as it opened. So we're talking chocolate stout then.
So I'm talking. It's a berry chocolate milk stout. With it being Birmingham, we used the finest that Cadbury's could get hold of and put an absolute metric ton of the cocoa powder in it. And I'm not kidding you. When we made it in a 100-litre kettle, so it was kind of yay big, yay diameter, and the size of the bag of chocolate that you put in was probably about that big. It was massive. But yeah, this was made in February. Smells chocolatey. Has anybody tasted it yet?
Really nice.
Now, with Dave being a big Guinness fan, come Christmas, that opened the floodgates for me to buy and send dirty stouts across, because Dave obviously always gone, I don't like stouts. I don't like stouts. But yeah, so I actually sent 3 beers out. This is one of them. We've got a can and another bottle. So they will appear. And obviously, they're all the same milk. They're all going to be dark beers of some description. So they looked at them, read the can at the weekend, and he went, "Oh, what have you bought me here?"
I've got it, mate. I won't give away what it is you've sent us, but that was also my reaction to the can one.
What the bloody hell have you sent us?
I read it and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
As soon as I saw him, I was like, "I know a guy who would love this."
I will go as far as to saying this is very nice. Obviously, normally the only stouts I've drank are like these smooth, creamy numbers. Never really had much of a chocolatey one before, but that's actually really nice, and a lot of carbonation as well. It's almost like I don't know, like
I think
got the mouthfeel of a lager.
It's been, because it's bottled, it's been carbonated in the bottle. Now, I had nothing to do with the bottling. I literally left the brew day; it was still sitting in the fermenter, so it's been sitting there doing its tang, getting down to wherever it needed to be. And like I said, it was about 4.5%, I think they said. So you can tell it's not very boozy. It's a little on the thin side. It was a good, like when we did the making, when you make the wort before you put the chocolate in, you can like drink that. You can see how like sugary dense it is, that getting all the sort of caramelly bits. So there's like a biscuity, dark, almost caramelly, like the like cinnamony biscuits that you can have. There's an undercurrent of that. But the chocolate on the top kind of dulls that out. It's just afterwards, it's just a little bit. And there's a little hint of coffee in it for me. But I took mine out the fridge. Probably why mine didn't blow up everywhere. But I didn't even think about that. So I just took it out because I just don't have them cold. So
it's really good. Has it got a name?
It's called
Dave loves
The
it.
Long Wait.
Dun's juice.
Yeah, the long wait.
Well, you got it now. That's the main thing.
Is it? No, I think I might call it coffee stout in the summertime, because obviously it's summer now and we should have been way out of stout season. But this is drinkable.
It is. It's really
like I said,
nice.
Dave, it's got a bit of a fizz to it. Like you can still hear it if you like swill it around your glass.
Yeah, it gives it
you
like you said.
You actually see a bit of lacing of the alcohol, so it might be a little stronger than I thought. But
I like it. Yeah, and it wasn't what I was expecting.
So I've got another 11 bottles. So if anybody's interested,
give away.
Imagine if it would have been awful. I'd have been like, "Oh, go."
But that's your first taste as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't touched it. My friend bought it round for me when he had them a couple of weeks ago. He bought them round last week, and then I sent them out the end of last week, basically.
Very nice. So, I'm very impressed.
Tasty, isn't it?
And I am doing a brew day in June in Chester, so I'm looking forward to that. And it'll be my first actual brew day. So yeah, there we go. Good stuff. So ready for a little quiz?
Go on
Here
then.
We go. It's the Big Pub Shed Pub Quiz with your host Jimbo, your contestants, Andy of the Dunning in Stoke, Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester. We've been away a couple of weeks, so we've been revising. Probably not.
Well, what we have revised was the prices of Camden Pale Ale at Heron's Foods.
Oh, Ridings up the road there, Heron's Food, chock-a-block with them. I think that's where the whole stock of Camden's beers. Oh,
79p a can.
Bargain.
The other beers that they've got in Heron's at the minute, which again I'm not impressed, not happy with Heron's still, but the other beers that they've got in, I did spot the Camden Pales and Ale and the Camden L's, but the other one are the what do you call them? 4 Pure, but I fell out with them because they invited Boris Johnson round, didn't they? Do you remember?
Yeah.
They had all them like photographs of Boris Johnson. I thought, nah, not buying them ones anymore. So anyway, but yeah, there we go. There's no politics, involved in the in the quiz.
Me and Dave had this conversation. When you go to the pub, you don't talk about religion or politics.
No, that's it.
Just beer and bullshit.
That's it. So on with more beer and bullshit. Here we go. We've got your first question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Buzzer question? Yeah, you can do buzzers for this one. This first one. Don't worry, there's multiple choice options available if you're both stumped. Okay. So
Dave didn't fix his buzzer.
I've not had time to fix it.
You're gonna have to shout a choice swear word out.
I'll get Jan ought to make like on your phone you can get like a Jan says, and you can press buttons on it.
Yeah.
And it just says like Jan swear words.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is you'd have like 54 different buttons because obviously vocabulary is so wide and awe-inspiring, but 54 buttons would be worth of just you cunt. So here's your first question. Buzzers, voices at the ready. You've got multiple choice if you don't know what the answer is, but feel free to buzz in and give an answer. So, TikTok home hacker Andre Lifehack has shared a unique way of opening beer bottles if you're unable to find a bottle opener using a particular beauty tool. What tool was it? So he's using a particular beauty tool to open beer bottles if you can't find a beer bottle. That's his life hack or home hack. No, I mean it's not a problem we suffer with, is it, pub sheddies? We'd never suffer from lack of bottle openers or not able to find it. Yeah, but that's it. You have so many bottle openers. I mean, I've got 9 there, so I want a massive wooden cock one.
Don't forget that. I think I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got Dave's up there as well. I think I'm on about 6 or 7, just in sight.
I can 8. I can see 8. It's ridiculous. Why do we need more than that? Why do we need more than one?
I've got all them bottle openers, and really, the only one I use, I do use yours sometimes, Dave. I'm not lying about that, but generally, the only other one I use is the one that's like on the bar itself. You know, have you got one screwed up? Has anyone got one screwed onto the bar?
Oh yeah, I've got one of them as well.
I've got 2 screwed to the bar. One there, one there. Why? Why do I need them?
Yeah, that's it. And we're having less and less bottles these days anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might take one down.
So no one's got an answer for this. They were using a particular beauty tool, but what tool was it? So I'm going to give you multiple choice, okay? So these are the possible tools that Andre Lifehack, a TikToker, was sharing to open beer bottles if you couldn't find a bottle opener. Either tweezers, nail scissors, or eyelash curlers.
The first thing that came to my head was not on there.
Well, what was you thinking?
Like a comb or something. Yeah, like the handle on a comb, you could have...
Yeah.
Tweezers, would they be able to stand a bottle opening? No. What are you saying, Dunner?
I'm just thinking eyelash curlers are a bit rounder, aren't they? So they could get around the bottle top.
Like,
nail scissors would be a good one, actually, because it's got the pin in it, so you could like just rip it and
I've
rip it.
I've always thought you had very nicely curled eyelashes, Andy.
Well, thank you.
Should have seen his morning routine.
Yeah, it involves getting up, walking 100 yards, having a massive dump, and coming back and saying, "Bacon sandwich, anyone?"
After washing your hands.
After he's cut the bacon.
Yeah.
After I've itched my backside.
So, yeah. So, which one are you going for then, Andy?
I'm going to say that I'm going to go with my first look at the eyelash curls just because it got a rounded bit too much.
Dave?
Yeah, I'll say nail scissors just to be a bit different, but just because they also have holes in, obviously, where your fingers go, and that could act like a bottle opener.
Yeah, good point.
I'm writing tweezers off because I'm just thinking a bit. Needs sometimes a bit of. I think tweezers would bend if you tried to use them.
Yeah, true. So let's reveal the answer then. Well done to Andy.
Really happy. Who is that guy?
He's called Andre Lifehack. That's what he's called. So he suggested using.
Was he an outcast?
He's dressed a little bit like, remember Pee-wee's Big Adventures?
Yeah.
He's dressed a little bit like him, isn't he? Yeah, that's it. But yeah, Andre Lifehack suggests using eyelash curlers. If anyone's not got a bottle opener, has run out, or maybe you've gone away without one, that's probably the most times it could happen, if anything, if you go away and you ain't got one, but Missus got eyelash curlers.
It's funny you should say that. So Dave came, we had a couple of bottles while we were away at the weekend. And Dave's like, "Can I borrow your bottle opener?" And how big's that bottle opener I've got, Dave?
It's made for the borrowers, that bloody bottle opener is.
It's literally probably an inch high Warsteiner bottle with a bottle opener on it. So if you've big sausage fingers like me and Dave, it's like nigh impossible to use.
And then I did realise yesterday when I was emptying the van and sorting out like the drawers and stuff, I've got a great big bottle opener in the drawer, so I could have just used that and not struggled.
Well, there we go. So anyway, that's how to open a bottle if you've run out, or you can't find your bottle opener or whatever. Next question then. So this one is multiple choice, and here's your question. Which brewery has been granted the use of the royal warrant by His Majesty King Charles? So just to let you know what a royal warrant is, a royal warrant are awarded to companies. It's not a royal warrant isn't where they have to search a particular person's house in the royal family for anything dodgy. A royal warrant is awarded to companies who have regularly supplied goods or services for a minimum of 5 consecutive years to the royal household. So which of these breweries has been granted this past week? It's either Tennent's. We had a big Tennent's chat last time, which went on to the Ale and Radio, by the way, the Uncut section of the podcast. That was a great little chat we had about Tennent's and Dave's what could be a newly growing obsession. The other option was Shepherd Neame or Fuller's. So which of those do you think's got the royal warrant and why?
Do we think the king sits down and has a few pints of Tennent's of a Friday night, listening to the Ale and Radio?
Well, they do go up to Scotland quite a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Balmoral, he's got a couple of perfect draft machines with Tennent's on. Just goes up, gets his big sausage fingers around the handle.
You reckon he robbed a Tennent's glass and all from a pub?
Of course he bloody has.
Possibly.
I bet the King's glass collection of borrowed glasses is bigger than anybody's.
Probably.
I bet he hasn't got an Everard's tanker, though.
No. So what we're saying, Dave, you can go choose first one with this one.
Well, it ain't going to be Tennent's, is it? I can't see that one happening.
Well, Andy did point out Balmoral. That was quite a good point, really.
Yeah. I want to say Tennent's because the idiot inside of me wants to say Tennent's. But for some strange reason, I want to say Fuller's. And I don't know why, but I just think, I don't know,
Well, Fuller's all London-based, aren't they? They're not far from Buckass.
Can you think of a beer, a Fuller's beer?
London Pride.
Very good.
Now, Shepherd's Nema's a good one because he does walk around with a shepherd's crook when he goes walking around the Highlands. So I'm going to go with that, just because it's a bit weird.
So what are you going for? Fuller's.
Fuller.
Fuller's for Dave, Shepherd Neem for Andy, and who's got it right? Has anybody got it right? Somebody's got it right.
Not Tenants, Dave.
It's not Tenants. It's Shepherd Neem. Well done, Andy, again. And in particular, it's their Spitfire beer. A famous Spitfire beer.
Spitfire, please.
So there we go. They've got the Royal Warrant, apparently. Next question, then. This is a good one, this. Okay. So, a couple in Nottinghamshire have been in the news after deciding to name their first child after the pub where they first met in Newark. What have they called the child? It's either Rupert, after Prince Rupert, the pub in Newark, Oscar, after Oscar's Inn, Shovel, from the old malt shovel, Ted, from Lord Ted, Nelson, from the Lord Nelson, or Spoon, after the Weatherspoons in Newark.
It's not far from you, Newark, Dave.
Yeah, not too far.
Are you familiar with any of those pubs?
Just down the 46. No, and I've never been to Newark. Really? Other than driving past it.
I think I should take Oscar to the Oscars Inn, though.
I think the most sensible one on there is going to be Rupert or Oscar. Most sensible.
Do we can have 6? We can't even do it.
I want to make it even more difficult for you.
Put 24 answers up next time.
I still won't get any of them right.
So, yeah, one of those pubs they named their child after.
I'm for some reason, I'm drawn to Lord Ted. I'm going to go with him. So what number's that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to say Rupert.
Rupert. It's not a popular name these days, is it, Rupert? Don't know many
more
Rupert.
popular than Gary.
Weren't there a bear called Rupert?
There was a bear called Rupert. Yeah. So you're going Rupert. So it's Rupert against, did you say Ted?
Ted.
Okay. Has anybody got the right answer? Nobody got the right answer.
What were the chances of us getting it wrong, Dave?
Shovel. I'm going to bury you one.
Or Spoon. Yeah, it's not Shovel, it's not Spoon. It is actually Oscar. There we go, named after the Oscars Inn. And there is a little dog on the sign, actually. You did mention dogs there, but yeah, you could next time you're in Newark.
Yeah, if ever I'm in Newark, I'll go in there.
That's it. So they got
what
named
there in Newark to go to see.
What is there?
All of those pubs.
Salt factory. No, sugar factory.
Sugar factory?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, there's all of those pubs. I've heard some of those pubs are particularly nice, actually. Got good TripAdvisor rate. I think the Rupert one, in particular, seemed to come up on TripAdvisor. There's quite good ratings.
Popular name, you see.
Yeah. So, if anyone with any knowledge of Newark can recommend anywhere, they're the best of the. I don't know if there's a Spoons. I did add that in and just think there might be a Spoons, but I don't know if there is a Spoons. But anyway.
Curveball in, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, did Masters up there?
There were people in Newark going, I don't know where the Spoons here.
They're all rushing out in force now. People in Newark are like, where are the Spoons?
So it's time for What's That Pub Shed Sound? Which I don't think... I mean, we had a few people who got it right. Who did get it right? I think Spenno got it in the end. No, he did he? No, did he? Did he? Or did he not? Can't remember. A few people got it right in the end, though. It was sent in by the Glory Hole, the last one. So let's have a listen. to what that previous sound was. One more time. Any more thoughts on that?
Pinball
Sounds
machine.
like something's retracting.
Maybe he's cock out the hole.
No. Sounds like something's like potentially spring-loaded or something like that, and it's retracting.
I think, Dave, you're very close. You're very
I'm just
close
trying to think
this.
of what you'd have in your bar.
I want to say, I think Patriot Lockdown Bar got it right as well. I think he managed to get it right.
It's not loading a perfect draft machine, is it? Because that's not really that. You don't get that kind of.
We've had loading optics before because that's sort of a similar thing. We're emptying them.
I've definitely not got one of these in my bar. I'm not sure if any of you have.
You can hear it like doing that. Clunk, clunk.
So, for everyone at home who was guessing away, maybe didn't know what the answer were, and for Andy and Dave, the answer was a can crusher.
Oh.
Have another listen.
Wait.
You have got one there. I can see it now. Yeah. Do you use it very much?
No, because it doesn't fit 40mm cans in it.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's midges only.
It's only for 330s. The 400mm cans. But to be fair, I make a little collection, and then after a couple of days, I just empty them in the recycler. And I don't know, kind of makes a mess sometimes.
There we go. Well done to everybody who did get that right. Everyone who got close to it, maybe. Dave, you were getting closer. You definitely got the retracting thing in there, the spring-loaded sort of thing. So, yeah, well done. It's now time for another pub shed sound. So I'll play it a couple of times, and then we'll stop. And in the uncut version, you can listen to Andy and Dave trying to guess what they might be. I think this is a bit easy, this one. So here we go. I won't say who sent it in, because that might give things away as well. But here we go. What's this pub shed sound? I'll play it twice. Can I just say Andy added in there? That wasn't part of the pub shed sound, but one more time, here you go. What is that pub shed sound? Let us know. So, Andy and Dave, Andy sent that in. It was after his big session camping last week, running across the toilet block.
I go at 4 a.m.
He did have to go to the toilet at 4 o'clock in the morning, bless him, and wake Sammy up.
Oh, did you?
Is that a pint 365, like filling a glass?
Correct. Well done. Easy one. Who you reckon sent it in? Who you reckon? Pat sent it in, yeah. There could have been loads of different people. Taylor Tavern could have sent it in. Ashmore Arms, Spenno. Has Glory all got a pint 365 pump? Not sure if
he's got everything. He's got everything.
Talking of pumps, though, sad news about the Torps.
Bad news. Bad news, everybody.
Yeah, I've heard.
But on the back of that, I'm now thinking, because I don't really buy Torps anymore, and the only reason why I've kept this machine is purely because it's got my Camden Hells tap on it, and it just looks cool. But now I'm thinking maybe I should just get rid of it, but we might replace it with an ice making machine.
That's a good idea, Dave.
Yeah,
because they're on Amazon for about 80 quid, and I know that Steve at Pinton's, that's all he uses is just a little ice machine that he bought off Amazon, because he doesn't do a lot of like drinks with ice, so he just uses one of those, and he says it works really well. So I'm thinking about replacing this for an ice making machine.
Good idea. There might be something else I can recommend, maybe replacing it with in Martin Brewis very shortly. But the Torps and the sub, yeah, it's going. Have they actually announced it's going? I've seen lots of talk. Yeah,
they're saying that within the next they've got 2 years left, and then that's it. So you've got 2 years left of buying Torps. Obviously, I don't know if they're going to be making any more machines, but yeah, they've said in 2 years it'll be redundo.
The other
but
thing,
I imagine in that 2 years, the breweries that make the Torps are probably just going to be like, well, I'm not going to bother anymore. So you'll probably find that it dwindles down and it will literally just be high.
It'll disappear quicker than they said. Basically, I don't think they'll be making any more machines at all. And the people that have got them will basically, it's the beers you've got left. I mean, I never got one because it's 2 litres of beer. And yeah, they were good for like different lagers and stuff. I think Dave, we were chatting at the weekend, weren't you? You said the Lagunitas used to like on there and stuff like that. It was a little bit different than what you could really buy, but with it being so like available now, supermarkets, all that sort of stuff that's on that machine, is probably cheaper to buy a 10-pack of those beers from a supermarket than it is to buy a 2 litre of it from them. So you can see why they're getting rid of it, and they're all in favour of the big one anyway, aren't they? What's the Blade? So you probably see all the breweries that were on the little one move on to the big one.
They have started doing that. They have started doing like the bigger Kents and stuff. But like again, we were talking at the weekend, and I have debated since obviously the sub have announced that they're not doing that, and then I thought to myself, I mean, do I even really use my Perfect Draft as much as I would have done? Like, you're looking for at least, Camden off menu IPA of about 40 quid for it, and I think I might as well just go and buy 2 4-packs for £10 from Morrison's and just pour it into a glass, and I enjoy it just as much as I would a Perfect Draft machine. Like, am I actually that sold up on actually keeping it as well? So, don't know. Maybe get rid of both. Don't know.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I've not used my sub for probably over a year now. It's just sort of like sat there on display. An ice machine's a good idea because that would definitely be beneficial. I've also thought about, is it now the time to go for it and get one of those machines that takes 5 litre mini kegs? Because, I know they're a bit more faff and
the beer monsters.
Yeah, or Ice Masters and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Like, because of the 5 litre mini kegs, you can get some really good deals on them. I mean, just the other week you had Vocation selling like,
50 quid, weren't it?
2 for 50 quid.
That's cheap. You can get 2 kegs for 50 quid like that. Yeah, then Perfect Draft are selling 1 keg for. And granted, it's 6 litres.
You've got your Bradfield Blue at Christmas. You can have through it.
But it's also like that physics machines that you've both got. You're putting bottles of beer in that, and it is like livening them up a little bit, making them taste better. So it's like,
I did contemplate putting that mild through it while we were on here, but then as soon as I saw Jimbo's erupt, I was like, that was a good idea not to do it because it would have been.
So yeah, I'm debating on getting rid of both. The sub's definitely going. And to be fair, I probably could just get rid of that now because mine is knackered. So, yeah.
In fact, get rid of it now. Chuck it away.
I can't be bothered.
Oh.
But I'm more gutted about my tap because I lean on it quite a lot. It's my little leaning post.
Probably why it didn't work.
Yeah, so I have got a spare sub machine though in the garage.
I've got a suggestion though for something you could use it for, which I've always considered. There are people that put their home brews into the old bottle, into the old Torps. Like, so if you're doing your pinters, if you're clever enough and you can get your pinter stuff into there.
This is Dave we're talking to.
Look, the pint has not been used.
I've got an idea for you though, Dave. If you're going to throw it away and you're not going to sell it and throw it away, cut the tap off the front, attach it to a piece of wood, and then reattach it back to your bar again. So you still got your tap handle.
Well, this is where I've been looking at, like fonts, like just buying a beer tap or font or something, but something that you're like not connected to anything, but just so I can have it, so I can lean on. Because I always lean on this.
I know what's coming.
We're not.
You know
We're
what
going to
I've
see
been looking
Dave.
at?
We're going to see Dave with a massive Guinness font with a light on it.
You know the big
you won't be
heart?
able to see him because it'll be like, do you know the one with the shield?
Yeah.
The harp, like that.
The big heart.
Dave will be here like that. His face will be bright because the light will be so there. They'll be like, "You're right there, Dave."
And do you know what keeps coming up for sale for so many on eBay? You remember years ago when Carlin was kind of like Black Label and they had the beer font that was a block of ice? Can you remember it? They keep coming up for sale for a lot, but I don't want anything Carlin in there.
Yeah.
So.
I've got to admit, I've always liked when you go in a pub and you see those pumps that are just like frozen. Like, obviously, this part of the art is to have it frozen. It does look good.
My favourite of them German ceramic ones. You know, like they're posh, like white. They're absolutely massive, aren't they? For no reason whatsoever, because the tap's usually low down for pouring the beer out. But yeah, I like them.
Very good.
Anyway, we've almost made it through this part without mentioning any form of condiments.
Yeah, we've done well.
We did well, but we had some really nice burger sauce at the weekend, didn't we?
Go on then, tell us about your burger sauce.
Well, no, what I did was we got some cheese melts.
Yeah.
And when they melted down, Dave was a bit surprised by the amount of chili that you could get in a chili jam red Leicester cheese. To which, when he bit it, he went, "Oh, they're a bit more surprising than I thought."
Yeah. But I did have ketchup on my sausage and bacon and egg sandwich.
It's been a condiments education.
He tried to hide it from me at one point. He's like, Then you said.
Being part of this podcast for Dave is just an education in condiments, isn't it? Because he started off on here as dry as oat, didn't he? Never had anything. Never had anything.
Dry January, and now he's in soaking wet April, May.
Right. We're going to move on now to Martin Brewis, and instead of our usual little jingle, I've got a special jingle this time. Here we go. This was from the Ashmore Arms, Taylor Tavern, and La Tap's Bermuda Triangle meetup, where we did the Caskmaster Series 3 finale and recorded that, which you'll have all seen by now, probably. But anyway, here's the intro to Martin Brewis, performed by the Taylor Tavern and Spenno together.
What? Did you know that, Jolie? Had a pre-meeting, go on with it. Got a pub shed in my garden and a bottle shop in my town. I love the craft and perfect draft and a 2-for-1 discount. When it comes to beer, I need a deal that'll keep the prices at a steal. So I'm calling on Martin Brewis. What a pair.
Well, there we go. So that was the intro to Martin Brewis, money saving beer expert. There's not lots at the minute. They're a big intro, but we are kind of.
Did you have a paper cup on the floor? Did you put a couple of quid in it?
Yeah, that's their money saving tips. Basically, do a bit of busking.
Yeah,
pay for your beer. That's it. But yeah, we have. There's not many, and I think it's because again we're in that weird patch between bank holidays, aren't we? And they just I think we'll have more on next week's show. But the couple that I have got are pretty good deals. Okay, now this is only good if you're local to Sheffield or if you can get here and get some. Are you ready for this?
On my way.
You're on your way. You're starting off. This is good, right? And I did take advantage of it. If I'd have thought, I wish I'd have got more as well. Okay, so at the minute,
in fact, Jimbo can get these for you and post them to you.
I bloody well can't. Not a mini keg, I can't. It's 2 for 25 quid. Mini kegs, 2 5-litre mini kegs, 25 quid for Bradfield Farmers Blonde. Their sort of token staple beer. The best before date is the 31st of May. I mean, Could
Well,
you
that'll
get...
see you through the bank holiday weekend.
And it'll see if you exactly get your fruit bank holiday weekend. I think you could even use some of them for Euros as well. I think they'll keep. They'll be all right. And plus, let them go flat anyway for Pints 365 pump. If you're putting them through there, you open them and vent them anyway. Honestly, they'll be absolutely banging for World Cup, Euros, sorry. So yeah, 2 for 25 quid. That is an absolute steal. And I went in the other week, there was still a fair few left. So if you can, this might be the weekend to do it if you are kind of local to Bradfield. It's a nice little, you know what? It's a nice drive out. It's not, you're driving somewhere really nice. There's a couple of nice pubs in the area as well. You can get some grub and that. Proper scenic. If you get a chance to drive out to, and it's kind of like, so you can get there by going sort of like via Derbyshire, Castleton sort of area as well, driving that kind of way, Hope Valley sort of area. So if you kind of, that side of things, maybe where Dave and, where you are, Dave, you could potentially, it's a nice little drive. So anyone who does fancy that, you can get a little deal there. 25 quid for two 5-litre mini kegs. There we go. The other one that was sent to me, this was sent to me by Abitronic. Now this is going to be handy if you are having to get rid of a submachine and you're going to be left with a space in your pub shed, a space in your life that you might need to fill. This is not a bad deal, and I did post it on the Instagram the other week, shared it. It's a Drinkworks home bar cocktail machine. I don't know what it does exactly, but
cocktails.
Yeah, but I don't know how, because obviously cocktails have got different things. Is it, you kind of put things in, is it like mash them together? And I don't know. But anyway, it's down from how much? I mean,
It's basically free because it's got 300 quid off.
So I imagine it was £399 because you're saving £300. And now
99 quid, yeah.
That's maths even I can do.
There we go. 75% off. I've worked. That's what I like to say. I worked out. It says it on the screen.
It's 75.5% off.
So, yeah, go and have a look at that if you've got a bit of space now after maybe deciding, time is up for the sub.
It's Chinese barware.
Yeah.
So, you get it on Temu. I bet you can get it on Temu for cheaper than that.
Maybe. We've never done a Temu deal, have we, yet, on Martin Brewis?
Don't want to.
I've never tried any of that myself.
You don't want to.
I'm scared. No. But anyway,
yeah. Best seller. I'm not surprised. 16 5-star ratings.
Best seller. They ain't sold in it. They've sold 16.
Basically, they've sold 18 of them because 2 people didn't dare to put a review.
But obviously, for those people that the landladies maybe that not necessarily landladies, lots of landlords that like a cocktail as well.
Another machine where he makes cocktails. Actually, thinking about it, which you put like the spirits in for a bit like a soda stream. You know, like a soda stream where you put like the water in, don't you? And then you put your cordial in, and then blast the CO2 into it. But you put the spirits in one side, and then the whatever your mixers are on the other side, and it tells you like recipes what to fill the tube with, and then what it can make. Then you can just click the buttons. I've seen something the same where it's got maybe the tubes are at the back so you can't see it. So.
There we go. Well, it's something a bit different, so got a bit of echo there. So feel free to go and have a look at that, check it out, see what you think.
If any landladies' birthdays are due.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure Jan could get moonshine through
it. Try anything. Yeah, that's it. What I will say though is also it's since we last recorded, it was April, I think. I don't think we did a recording in May, but obviously it's turned May since we last recorded, so the supermarket deals will have all switched around, won't they? So like your Tesco Club Card deals will be on different beers and stuff now. I noticed that like Roll With It is back on. I think that kind of goes on and off each month, so you can get the 440ml Roll With It.
Yeah, salt hooker back on it as well, so that's like £7 for 4 cans.
Nice on draft, though, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, and it just nice on draft.
That Guinness extra thing as well, that's on. I've noticed that's on the extra Guinness thing.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, yeah. The more strong.
Yeah, just have a look. Go on the Tesco app or website. It will tell you what's on there.
There we go.
And we run about Perfect Draft Machine before, and you can actually buy Camden Owls and Camden Pale for the Perfect Draft. Cheaper from Camden than you can from Perfect Draft. So get yourselves on there.
That's it. Look into that. Sort it
Yeah,
out.
I think it's 30 quid a keg on there rather than 33 quid. But if you spend over 50 quid, it's free delivery. So
just buy 2 kegs.
No brainer.
And if you do see any Martin Brewis deals, please do share them with us. And
let Martin know.
That's it. Let us know, and we'll do that. And I imagine there might be a few more by this time next week because we'll be. Well, thing is, we land in that awkward time a bit, don't we? Because obviously, by this time next week, when people are listening, it'll be already the bank holiday weekend. So, what I would just say is make sure you're keeping an eye on the deals that come up, because I imagine by the time you're listening to this episode, there'll probably be already a lot more new deals that we could have mentioned, and we'll share them where we can on the Instagram.
Ale and Radio will have them on, surely to goodness.
Exactly. That's it. So, here we go. It's time for this.
Hello everyone, I'm the Compare Without Compare, and here at the Ale and Audio Pub Shed tonight, I'd like to introduce our turn, Sheddie Mercury.
If you have been listening to Ale and Radio as well, you'll find that there was a live Sheddie Mercury there, and with the full backing band and everything. Spenno and John at Tail Tavern playing away on their guitars, and Sheddie Mercury turned up as well. Did his little performance.
Unbelievable.
I know. Honestly, it was like star-studded. I even bumped into Liam Gluglager, would you believe?
Is he all right?
He's an absolute arse in real life. Don't meet your heroes. I'll say that. Honestly.
Aye, aye, kid.
Yeah, right.
No, brilliant though. Yeah. So anyway, here is a Sheddie Mercury for you. You just need to listen to what Sheddie Mercury is singing, try and work it out. And yeah, here we go. Take it away, Sheddie Mercury. It's a tough, eh? It's tough, eh? I have listened to this today, and I got it on my second go around. But I think for me, it's an easier one to get than maybe for you. But here we go. Let's have another listen. So, Dave, you're shaking your head. You're out, aren't you? No idea.
Yeah, I ain't got it. It's Bonnie Tyler. That's what it is.
It's definitely not Bonnie Tyler.
Dave had a bit of a dance on the car park where we were. With a bit of what's it? Weren't we, Dave?
We had a bit of a
boogie
swing and
a
swing you round.
Yeah, that's it.
No idea, Andy.
Dancing in the dark.
It's not Dancing in the Dark. Good guess, but it's not Dancing in the Dark. Let's just give our listeners one more crack at it. Here we go. And I think Sheddie Mercury chose this one because one of the things that happened on the Bermuda Triangle night was I got into a bit of a debate with the Mancunians about music and a couple of bands in particular. So I think that's why Sheddie Mercury might have chose it. So we'll leave it there. People, please do get in touch. Have a guess. What was Sheddie Mercury singing? Okay. Now, though, it's time for 2 goes at this.
Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who's that behind the mask?
It's time for the masked drinker. Yes, so 2 celebrities drinking some beers. Andy and Dave have got to work out who those celebrities are. Andy, you won the quiz this time. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
You're going first. Okay, so just to remind everyone how the masked drinker works, you got to guess the celebrity drinker from the beers that they're drinking. You're only allowed 2 guesses, so use your guesses carefully. You're going to get 3 different clues, okay? So however early in the clue giving process you guess the celebrity correctly, you'll get more points. So if you get it after only 1 clue, you get a full 3 points, and so on. But obviously you've only got 2 guesses, so you can't guess in every round. If you use your 2 guesses up before your last clue, you're out. That's how it works. So, are we ready? Let's find out who our first mass drinker is going to be. What's the first beer they're going to have?
Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who's that behind the mask?
And Andy's going first, and here is the first beer. Keep Dancing, 4.2% NEPA, Our Town Brewery, based in the US. Keep Dancing, 4.2% NEPA. Our Town Brewing in the US, brewery in the US. Could be how you sort of, think about these clues, how you use them is up to you, how you, think about them and so on, how you apply them to your thinking. Where the brewery is based is not really relevant, but the name of the brewery or the name of the beer can be helpful. Any guesses yet, Andy, or do you want your second clue?
I'm going to have another.
Usually difficult.
Give me number 2.
Number 2. Okay, it's usually difficult after just 1. Beer number 2 is Lunatic Fringe, 8.5% wheat IPA from Red Sheddman Farm Brewery in the US. Lunatic Fringe, 8.5% wheat IPA from Red Sheddman Farm Brewery in the US. Put that together, we Keep Dancing, 4.2% NEPA from Our Town Brewery. Do you want to have a guess? Do you want to use one of your 2 guesses, Andy? What are we thinking?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga? Take it off. Take it off.
Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who's that behind the mask?
Wrong. It's not Lady Gaga.
That was beer number 3.
So you want beer number 3. Okay, so we've had Keep Dancing, 4.2% NEPA, Our Town Brewery, Lunatic Fringe, 8.5% wheat IPA from Red Sheddman Farm Brewery, also in the US. Your last beer is Traitor's Gate Bitter, 4.5%, Fuller's Griffin Brewery in London. Traitor's Gate Bitter, 4.5%, Fuller's Griffin Brewery in London.
I think Dave's got this, but I haven't got a clue.
Oh, honestly, I think I'm surprised you haven't got this one, Andy. You might kick yourself for this one.
There you are.
You definitely haven't got a clue. Don't want to use your final guess.
I'm gonna think.
Give us a nod if you really think you've got it, Dave. He's got it.
Nah, I haven't got a clue.
Go on then, Dave. Who you reckon it is?
Claudia Winkleman.
You reckon? Right. Let's find out.
Who are ya?
Well done. You are correct. It is Claudia Winkleman. Well done. No points for Dave, but well done for getting it right. You should have got that, Dave. And Andy, sorry. You like your trait. You loved your traitors, didn't you?
I'm just kidding myself. Dave knows it because he won the last series.
Of course he did. Yeah, of course he did.
Can't have insider information like that. It's unfair.
They're sometimes topical, these. I think it's been the BAFTAs, hasn't it, this past week? So she was there picking up awards for... Yeah. I don't know if traitors...
I thought it'd have been... Knowing you, I thought you were all meeting at the Bermuda Triangle just for a Eurovision party.
Yeah. Sharon at the Ashmore Arms, she had it on. Judge Peggy had it on.
Did they? Well,
yeah.
Haley was going to watch it, wasn't she, Dave? But then Dave just said, Sweden won it, don't worry about it.
It was Switzerland, weren't it?
No, it's just how he said it. It's just
I don't know. One of them won it, and
I said, Sweden won it, don't worry about it.
I said that I remember saying which one ever won it, because I literally was reading it there and then on the BBC News. And she was like, oh, great, I'm not watching that then now. I'm like, good. I wanted to watch it.
So, nil point there for Andy. See what I did there? Well done, yep. Andy getting nothing there. But it's now time for Dave's go. So same again for Dave, obviously a different celebrity. Your first clue is Shandy Bass by Bass Brewers. Shandy Bass. Not even a beer, is it?
No. It's the drink you have when you go to the fish and chip shop. Same as the dandelion and burdock.
And me and Steph were talking about dandelion and burdock over there. Is it just grandmas that used to have things like that? Or is that like...
No, we were talking about it at the weekend. Someone said that she still has a D&B as well.
We like D&B. We'll have a D&B in this house. We like a D&B.
I don't get it.
Vimto, don't we, Dave?
Yeah.
The shop on site sold Vimto. Sam was well happy.
Shandy Bass, your first clue. Do you want to have a guess or do you want your second clue?
Second clue, please.
Have you got any ideas, Andy? No? Okay. Second clue then, following on from Shandy Bass, is Little Wave alcohol-free beer, Firebrand Brewing in Cornwall. So Shandy, and now a Little Wave alcohol-free beer, Firebrand Brewing.
I don't know.
Are you getting any closer, Andy?
I've got an idea.
Andy we did it the wrong way around this week, didn't we?
So, Shandy Bass, followed by Little Wave alcohol-free beer, Firebrand Brewing, Cornwall. Do you want to use a guess or do you want to just go for your last beer, Dave? You only need to get 1 point in this.
You only need 1 point.
Yeah, give me the last beer.
Your last beer then is Bullseye Bitter, 4.5%. Got to say, accompanied by an adult with a meal. Acorn Brewery, Barnsley.
Why has it got to be accompanied by an adult with a meal?
Well, you're asking the right questions, Dave. I think, Andy, you know, don't you?
I think I do, yeah.
Is it somebody under the age of 18?
It could well be. Can you put the other clues together that are there? Shandy Bass, Bass Brewers, Little Wave alcohol-free beer, Bullseye Bitter.
Bullseye bullshit.
And I've put in brackets that this beer is going to be enjoyed by this celebrity, accompanied by an adult with a meal.
It's Luke Littler.
Is that definitely your guess?
I'm guessing
You've got two guesses.
Yeah.
All right, then. Take it off. Take it off. Well done. It's Dart Sensation Luke Littler. You're correct. Well done. Congratulations.
Did he say that he was going down to Kebab House for Shandy Bass?
He may have said that, but I basically, obviously, we had to pick non-alcoholic beers there. Apart from we let him have the last one, but yeah, he was having it with meal.
Sure, yeah. But yeah,
Sat with his man. Yeah, there we go. Luke Littler. Well done. Congratulations. So there you go. That was our quiz. Well done, everyone. Congratulations. Let's quickly move then into Pub Shed of the Week. Okay. There's loads of new ones on the scene, isn't there?
Oh, they're popping up like nobody's business.
They really are. And
Good prices must be cheap.
might be that. Yeah. Oh, maybe
it might be opportunity for a shed extension.
I think the beer prices and pub prices in general are going up, which is maybe more people are going, oh, sod this, I'm gonna make my own pub shed. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
I've been listening to this radio station and thinking to myself, I'm gonna build myself one of them.
That's it. Just so they can have radio station on.
Correct.
That's it. So this one, again, massive thanks to Cleveland Arms who keep sending me loads through. This may have been one that he sent me through, but I mean, I've picked this one because they're quite active recently on Instagram as well. So I know they're kind of there recently. I don't think they saw my request for more information, unfortunately. So it might come in later on. But I love the name of the bar. All Bar John. Love the logo. Nice and simple. ABJ. All Bar John. And that's All Bar John. All obviously one word. Follow him. They've not been on there too long. But we can see some really nice pictures. I don't know where they're based either. There's not much. I had to look around at the posts and stuff. I couldn't find anything that suggested where they were based.
Maybe it's a franchise.
Could be. That's it. I mean,
pub shed franchise. Is that the future? They have All Bar Johns all around the country doing 2-for-1 cocktails
with that cocktail machine.
Yeah, with them really good priced cocktail machines.
I mean, I imagine they're based in this country because I don't know if All Bar One's is it an international brand or is it just a UK brand? I'm not sure. I imagine it's just a UK brand. So in that case, I'm guessing they are based in the UK. But as you can see, it is a sort of outdoor style bar with the big sort of hatch. It's a bar, isn't it? Rather than obviously the bar staff can sit in there. A couple of people can easily get in there, but it's kind of an open sort of bar sort of thing, really. And it looks really smart. It's got a nice little sort of covered porch area in front of it, so you can sit to the bar in the sun and really enjoy that. It's very fresh, very new, as you can see from the pictures. They've just got all the shelving in there and everything as well. Nice set of spirits building up nicely. Some sort of beer signs as well. You've got your Beer Moretti, your Madri, Estrella, and San Miguel. So obviously they're into their European lagers.
Quick guess.
Many of which brewed in the UK. Yeah, don't get us. Yeah, that's it. Well, you might be able to pick one up on the cheap. So there we go.
I know a guy who's selling one.
Yeah, that's it. But he leans on it, so it's probably broken.
You ain't having me tandem thing though. Keeping that. I'll make that into a gear knob again.
I mean, one thing to point out about this bar, I mean, this looks like that's a mirror, isn't it? I was confused at first. I thought it was a window, but it's a mirror. They've got like a nice mirror in the bar. But look how much like scenic greenery and everything they've got surrounding them on all the pictures. They're like in some sort of like woodland paradise, it looks like. Anyway, they've got a nice garden. And it's kind of on this like raised decking area as well, which I'll skip forward to for the YouTube viewers. They've got a proper nice little beer garden set up, little picnic bench next door to it. Nice sort of like rattan circular sofa you could just lay on in the sun. That looks really nice. But yeah, that is the right setup for the summer.
Perfect.
Really nice.
All you need.
Exactly. And you know, make use of that in the summer. I'm sure they will. But do give them a follow. It is All Bar John. That's John, Jon. All Bar John. Love the name of it. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, they've been fairly active on Instagram recently, but hopefully they'll link up with us. And yeah, they'll be listening in. And yeah, nice to give them a little feature. Give them a follow, everybody. Okay. So there we go. So, what we all up to at this weekend? It's the weekend before the big bank holiday weekend, isn't it? So it's kind of like a bit of is it a staying in and keeping quiet sort of one? Saving your money? Saving your beer drinking for next weekend, or
No. I'm going away again.
Go on, Dave. Where you off?
Off to Norfolk. We're going to Wells for the weekend on Friday. Not in the van. We're going with Haley's family. So, we'll just have a mosey on down the beach, a couple of pub lunches here and there, a couple of pints, and then probably just chill back. We've just got like a house that we rented out, so we'll just have a few beers there. So I'll take a few nice beers with me and sit there and chug a few beers.
Very good. Well, enjoy. Hope you get the weather.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as good as the weekend just been. I mean, we could tell by Dunny that it was quite warm.
Toasty.
Roasty toasty, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna finally go see Peter Kay after waiting for 300 years to go see him on Saturday, so that should be good.
Very good. Did you have tickets originally when he cancelled, obviously? Ah, okay. So it's been a long time coming then, hasn't it, for yourself?
A long time.
Oh, good. I've heard he's been really entertaining anyway, so we all love Peter Kay. So, yeah, there we go. Well, enjoy. What night? That's Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Or Sunday? Saturday. Anything else around that? Where are you seeing him?
Manchester.
Very good. Not the Co-op Arena.
No. Not the Aaron's Food Arena either.
That's where Liam Gluglager said he might. Well, not Liam Gluglager. Liam Gallagher said he might have to play it. Might have to play at Lidl if the Co-op Arena's not ready or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I saw all the jokes.
You'll be available in the Middle Island, Lidl.
Yeah, I saw all the jokes, little by little, and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Anything else around that planned?
I can't say. Secret.
Interesting.
Watch this space.
Nothing to do with pub shed guys or anything. Just can't. Yeah, not very good at getting secrets out of me. That's a fact.
I'm gonna guess skydiving. Maybe not. Right. Well, you can guess what Andy might be up to at the weekend. We might know by the time you listen to this. So yeah, we'll listen out for that. It is obviously the big boxing this weekend, isn't it? Usyk and Fury. If it happens, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, Dad's already had a pop at him.
I saw, yeah, Big John Fury sticking the nut in, weren't he, or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's Friday night. I think you've got the playoffs as well, haven't you? The rest of the playoffs this weekend, championship, semi, second leg.
Second legs are in the week, aren't they? We've got League 2, League 1 playoffs at the weekend. And it's a big FA Cup bank holiday weekend, isn't it?
It is. There we go. Oh, is it it's not the derby this weekend, is it? That's Manchester Derby's weekend after, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weekend, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go, yeah. Well, there we go. So for me, it'll be a bit of a sporty weekend, I think. Not doing much after last weekend's visit to the Bermuda Triangle. But yeah, what everyone else is doing, hope you all have a good weekend. Dave, Andy, what number are we going for, Andy?
Number 5.
Number 5, here we go.
Dave's coming, Dave's coming, Dave's coming, Dave's coming, Dave's coming. With a shit beer fact.
So, Tan Hill Inn pub is Britain's highest pub at 1,732 feet above sea level.
See you next time.
See ya.
Yeah, bye.